What's up, interwebs? Welcome to the Storytime Podcast. I'm Tim.
And I'm Adam.
This is where we go through one of my old first drafts of a novel. Adam reads a chapter. We discussed it. And we're in the second season. And this season, we're going through my second novel I ever wrote, which was part of an 8-book series at the time, Marks of Eilira, Strangers from Another World. But yeah, it's going pretty well. We're we're getting close, Adam. 5 chapters left.
Yeah.
Oh, and with the twist that's gonna ruin it all is still 2 chapters away after this one.
Oh, good.
Well, 3 before we read it, but 2 after we read it. But yes, we're getting close to it. We hope you're enjoying that. Before we get to Adam's reading, we got some stuff we got to take care of, Adam.
Yes, we do.
And that is, if you go on and enjoy this episode, we'd love it. If you'd hit that like button. No, smash that like button and do it as a prayer to the holy algorithm.
The holy algorithm.
And subscribe, because I got other running content on this channel. But maybe you need a good laugh.
Yes.
You should go check out Adam's Terrible Gameplay channel. Adam?
It's ZOP Gaming. We put the quotes around pro.
So that's the new slogan?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good slogan.
It is. It fits. Check out their gameplay channel. It's interesting.
It's fun. We literally are a group of friends hanging out playing video games.
He really means they put the quotes around pro, because there's nothing pro about it.
No, we do it.
There's no pros there.
It's fun. Resident Evil is a blast.
So, but yeah, go check it out. It's a good channel, maybe if you want some entertainment. But now that we've got that out of the way, we can get to Adam's important reading of chapter 21.
Heck yeah.
And we'll be back to discuss it afterwards.
21. Palace Dungeons. A plan was set, something that could work, and as much as Zach wanted to get Violet back, he was not so sure he wanted to do this. However, in the situation they were in, it was the only option. But before leaving Shorn, Alkaline had them meet up with a contact from the Sentinels, who told Alkaline that Sphere was not in Isashore, due to the other lords calling a meeting at the main palace. The perfect time to strike was now. But the only thing was the plan was that Zach and Ryan might have to fight. After the fight with the Wraiths, Zach figured he could last long enough to get away, but in an actual fight, he was dead. The plan was set, but Zach did not know the details. Alkaline assured him the whole way to DL that the plan of getting was not going to be a problem. They rode on their horses the whole day, only breaking for lunch. They arrived at Diril at mid-afternoon, and Zach was unsure that it wouldn't work. Alkaline told them before leaving Shorn that he had sent out several misleading messages to the council for the sole purpose of being intercepted. Sphere will believe they are heading back to UA Mines, after no luck in finding the stones in Shorn. Zach was nervous, as was Ryan. They were getting along since they had been in a fight and nearly survived. If it were not for the orb, they surely would have died. Now they were going against people who were just as skilled as fighters, who could not be mysteriously killed by this orb. When they arrived in Darrow, Zach could not believe the size of the city. Most of the time, he had been in Eilira. Every city he went to, he was surprised by the size and the buildings, but Darrow was nothing like any of the others. The city was massive compared to the others. Buildings all around were at least 4 stories or taller, and were bluish, reddish, or goldish. Zach quickly picked up that those buildings that had a goldish color were markets, while red were residential and blue were government buildings. There were very blue buildings, one every 3 or 4 blocks. Zach noticed that some residential buildings had gold as well, and figured that these were inns or hotels for people to stay in or places to rent. The roads were crowded in the afternoon, and they guided their horses through the streets, pushing their way through heavy crowds and just walking in open areas. It was not long after they entered the capital of Isashore that Zach and Ryan noticed the center of the city was a huge palace. Zach knew that was where Sphere lived and that Violet was being held captive somewhere in the building. As soon as he knew where she was, he began walking faster, heading right there. He passed by Alkaline, moving fast with an angry, ready-for-a-fight look on his face. The nervousness became rage, and I wanted to get Violet back now. Alkline handed off his reins to Ryan and ran and grabbed Zach by his shirt. Zach dropped his reins, turned, and drew his sword all at the same time. "What do you think you're doing?" asked Alkline, letting go of his shirt. "I'm going to get Violet back," growled Zach. "That is suicide," said Alkline. "You don't know where she is, and you don't know how to fight." "I don't care," said Zach. "I am sick of waiting." "I know," said Alkline. "You have to be patient. The whole reason we are here is to free her. But if we arouse the guards now, they will alert tonight when we go in." "She's in there because of you," said Zach. "How can you keep telling me to wait?" "I know," said Alkline. "If we just let our emotions drive us, then we will make foolish mistakes. Zach, have I let you down yet?" "No," said Zach. "Then I need you to trust me now," said Alkline. "We're gonna get her tonight. Nothing is gonna change that. I have a plan, and by following the plan, we will be able to get her tonight. Will you please put your anger behind you and trust me?" Zach did not answer. He just stared at Alkline, knowing that everything he said was right. He just would get himself killed if he tried now. But he was angry that Violet was taken. It was not at Alkline or even DeMarcus. He was mad at himself for what he said to her. Not just that, but throughout the whole thing, he realized how much he cared for her. It is because of this that he was causing him to go. "Yes," said Zach, breaking the silence. "Thank you," said Alkline, turning back to Ryan, who had caught up with them. "We need to find a place to stay." Alkline took the reins of his horse and headed right. Zach and Ryan followed him. They followed this street for several minutes before stopping at a red-color building with goldish trim. The sign on the outside said Phoenix Inn. They all tied up their horses outside the inn and walked inside. The lounge was huge and very spacious. Several chairs all over the place, and a few tables with different pieces on them. Zach assumed that these were pieces to different types of games, such as chess on Earth. Alkline went up to the desk and got their room. When he came back, they followed him to the other end of the lounge until they came to a door, which Alkline opened, and Zach and Ryan went through, and then Alkline closed it behind them. They were in a stairwell, and Alkline started climbing. So as usual, Zach and Ryan followed him. After climbing 7 floors, they stopped and walked out onto the 7th floor. Alkline walked down the hall, turned right to an intersection, and stopped at the first door. He put the key into the lock and then opened the door. He motioned for Zach and Ryan to go in, so they did. Once inside, Zach saw 2 beds and a long chair that looked like a sofa from Earth, just with no cushions on it. The room was nowhere near as big as the rooms they had had the night before. Alkline came in and shut the door behind him. Is this our room?" asked Ryan. "No," said Alkline. "It is our room. We will be sharing this room." "Why's that?" asked Zach, turning to face Alkline. "Once we have Violet, we are going back to Earth," said Alkline. "There is no point in getting more than one room. Also, we need to rest up now. We leave at midnight to head to the palace." "Why midnight?" asked Ryan, looking confused. "Won't people still be up?" "I said we were leaving at midnight," said Alkline. "It is about an hour journey from here, on foot, to the palace walls. By the time we get there, it will be past 1, because we will not be taking a direct route." "Why's that?" asked Ryan. "Because soldiers walk the streets after midnight," said Alkline. "If they catch anyone out that late, depending on why you are out, they can kill you or arrest you. It all depends on what they think about why you are out, not why you are out. So we will have to remain unseen." "How are we going to get into the palace?" asked Zach. "We will go over that before we leave," said Alkline. "I suggest you get some rest. I will wake you up around 10:30. We will go over the plan before heading out." Zach was not happy that Alkline was not revealing his plan. He was starting to wonder if he had a plan at all, but Zach had to remind himself that every time it looked like Alkline did not have a plan, it turned out he knew what he was doing. Alkline walked over and laid down on the couch. Zach decided to take up Alkaline's advice, took off his shirt and belt, and laid down on the closest bed. He shut his eyes, and before he knew it, he was being shaken. Zach opened his eyes and saw Ryan shaking him violently. He sat up and pushed Ryan off him. Zach looked out the huge open window. The sky was pitch black with thousands of stars and a half moon on the horizon of the city. Zach dropped his legs off the side of the bed and grabbed his shirt and belt. He went to put his shirt on when Alkaline grabbed his arm. "You do not want to forget to put on your chainmail," said Alkaline. "Your shoulder should have healed enough to wear it. Even if it hadn't, you will want that chainmail, just in case we have to fight." "Thanks for reminding me," said Zach, standing up. Zach walked over to his bag, untied it, and pulled it open. He dug through his and Ryan's earth clothes until he came to his chainmail. He pulled it out and carefully put it on. His shoulder was a little stiff when moving it, but once his arm was through and the other arm, he lowered it down and it was fine. Zach then put on his tunic and his belt with his sword. Once he was dressed, Alkaline walked over and sat on the bed while Zach and Ryan stood near him. "Now that Zach has finally woken up," said Alkaline, "we could start the briefing." "I'm not that late," said Zach. "It's 11:28, said Ryan, pointing to his watch. "I shook you for 10 minutes before you woke up. You're lucky Alkaline was out, or he would have hit you in your cut. I thought about doing it myself." "Where did you go?" asked Zach. "I went to confirm some information," said Alkaline, looking at Zach. "The reason why I did not reveal our plan was that I needed to make sure the information was correct." "Oh," said Zach. "How are we getting into the palace?" asked Ryan. "I found out the way DeMarcus got into the palace was to steal the legendary mark was not discovered," said Alkaline. "We will be going through there, which has 2 exit points. One comes out in the courtyard, while the other comes out in the basement of the palace. That is where the prisoners are kept. Normally, this would be the only starting point, but since our target is a prisoner, we will be able to get Violet out. Once we have freed her, we will go back into the passage, and once it is closed, I will open the gateway back to Earth. I'll return, take care of everything at the hotel, and return to make sure Gamgee does not come back to get you. Once DeMarcus is healed, he will be able to return to Eilira with me, and your ordeal will be over." "Great," said Zach. "Should we leave?" "It's not midnight," said Alkaline. "I know, but you said soldiers start wandering the streets then," said Zach. "If we get out there before they start, we can get closer to the palace." "True," said Alkaline, looking at Zach surprised. "That is a good strategy. Have you ever taken anything on in combat before?" "No," said Zach with a smile. "I like to play strategy games like Risk, where you try to take over the world, but so are the other players." Interesting," said Alkaline. "If you were from Eilira, you would be a good warrior if you were trained." "As I have been told by you and DeMarcus now," said Zach. "I'm not joking," said Alkaline. "You have all the qualities to be a great warrior." "Thanks," said Zach. "Let's head out," said Alkaline. Alkaline stood up from the bed, walked over to the door and opened it. Zach grabbed his bag with his and Ryan's clothes in it and walked out into the hall after Ryan. Alkaline closed the door behind him and then turned left and walked until they came to the door to the stairwell. They took the stairs down to the lounge, walked out of the stairwell and through the empty lounge and out of the inn. Once outside, Zach noticed as the horse were gone. He figured the hotel had taken them somewhere. Zach looked at his watch and saw that it was 1:15 midnight. Alkaline looked both ways, then turned right and headed towards the palace. Zach and Ryan kept up with him since he was not walking too fast. They still had 15 minutes before the soldiers would be on the streets. They walked along for 20 minutes. Zach's watch beeped when it turned midnight, and they thought they should start taking side streets. But when he looked at Alkaline, he saw his eyes were black. He was using that special aerial map to tell where the soldiers were. After walking for another 20 minutes, Alkaline took a sharp left and turned down a side street. Zach and Ryan followed, and they were halfway down the street when Alkaline turned into an alley. When 3 soldiers walked by the street, they turned down. For the next hour, they took side streets and back alleys, avoiding the soldiers. There were several close calls, but they just made a turn before the soldiers came into view. Zach noticed that a few times they backtracked, but they were always going towards the palace. After an hour of dodging through alleys and avoiding soldiers, they came to the palace walls. Zach turned and saw that Alkaline put his hand on the wall and headed west. They moved slowly, which did not make Zach happy. The walls were open with no cover, so if soldiers came, they would be spotted. "Alkaline, what are you doing?" asked Zach after several minutes of silence. "I am looking for the passage," said Alkaline. "The way we came was the way DeMarcus and I came when he went to get the mark. We stayed at the same inn, so I could find the area where this passage is located." "What if soldiers come?" asked Ryan. "They will spot us with ease." "There are no soldiers in this area," said Alkaline. "Closest are on the other side of this wall, and I am not talking about on the wall. There it is." Scraping of rock bellowed in the quiet night as a small passage of rocks along the palace's walls slowly lowered below the street, revealing a hidden tunnel. Once the cover was completely gone, Zach and Ryan walked into the turn with Alkaline last. Once in the tunnel, Alkaline saw the 3 orb lights appear, just like when they were in the caverns. Then the scraping of rocks returned as the passage being covered. Alkaline did not wait for the passage to be hidden again before heading down the tunnel. The 3 made their way down the long tunnel. Zach was shocked by how long the tunnel was. They walked for nearly 20 minutes before they came to a fork in the road. Alkaline stopped examining the 2 paths. The one on the right started to slope upwards, while the one on the left continued down. He quickly knew that they needed to take the left. He continued left, and Zach and Ryan followed. Several minutes later, they came to the end of a tunnel. "Now what?" asked Zach. "There is something that will open the door," said Alkaline. "Before I hit it, this dungeon is big from the aerial map. I am seeing 10 people in cells, with a guard on the far end doing rounds. Luckily, there is no one down there. So here is what we're going to do. Once we get in, Zach, you head right, Ryan goes straight, and I will head left. There are 3 rows of cells. There are 8 cells together before another intersection. All 10 people are in the first row. Zach, when you get to the intersection, stay where you are. Ryan and I will come to you. If you find Violet, do not try to get her out. Come to the meeting place. Then we can come back and break her out. Got it?" "Yeah," said Zach. "Yep," said Ryan. Alkaline turned and looked at the wall and saw a large stone sticking out from the wall, so he pushed it in, and the scraping of rock began again. The wall before them slowly began to lower below the floor. In moments, the door was gone, and they walked out. Zach walked into the dungeon, turned left, and followed the path until he came to the wall. He turned left and began searching the cells. The first 2 cells were empty, and the next had a young man hanging by his arms from the ceiling. He was out, possibly dead. Zach did not wait to find out. He moved on. The next cell was empty, and his last cell held an old man sleeping on the bed. None of his cells had Violet, so he waited for Ryan and Alkaline to come over. He did not wait long. A minute after, he reached the intersection. Alkaline and Ryan came over together. "Did you find her?" asked Zach, looking at Alkaline and Ryan. "She, was not in the cells I searched," said Ryan. "Same here," said Alkaline. "She was not in any of mine," said Zach with a depressed look on his face. "She's not here."
All right, Adam. So,
Yeah.
Initial thoughts. Besides the one spot where I went into first person.
Okay, that's for one sentence.
For one sentence.
That's a good one.
See, I did that on purpose, Adam. That was foreshadowing the next version of this one, where I wrote the entire thing in first person. But that one line, I wrote in third person in that one.
Yeah,
I have no clue.
I do enjoy this chapter overall. Very good.
Okay.
Very good.
I was going to say nothing happens in it, but that's...
Yes, but no. But yes.
Yeah. If we added the last chapter in here, more would have happened.
Exactly.
It would have been a little bit better. But first off, Adam,
A plan is set.
Yes.
The plan is set.
Yes, very much. And then a paragraph later, the plan was set.
Yeah. Only, what's the plan?
We'll get there. But first off, we find out that Acklin tells us that Spear was called away by the other lords and is not in Izashore at the moment. Sure, he was called away.
He was called away.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
No, you didn't catch the memo?
What
Yeah.
memo?
Oh man, dude, I got the memo. It was a text message
I
from
wrote
the shadowy
book.
government.
I didn't get the memo, and I'm the one who wrote the book.
I know, but yeah, the shadowy council, they sent me a message letting me know that yes, Shorn had to be, no, Spear had to be called away.
You do realize that those text messages you get
Yeah.
are from me? Just
They
messing with
are?
your- I'm just messing with
What?
your
No
fucking-
way.
Yeah.
The video conference call work is beautiful.
Yeah, I know. AI.
Thank you. That's all I got to say about that one. Thank you.
Yeah, AI.
I didn't even know it was AI. I thought seriously that people had, 3 eyes and 6 fingers on each of their hands.
That's how
All
good,
3 hands.
That's how good the AI.
It's beautiful.
It's not even on the market yet. Can you believe it?
I know. I can believe it.
But yeah, so we get to they're heading out. They head down to the capital of Izashora and Dyril, which we mentioned beforehand when they first arrive, but don't go there.
Nope.
But now we're going there.
Of course.
See, that was all foreshadowing
It was letting you know where the world was, where
Yes.
things are in the world.
that we were gonna go there, just not when they first got there.
No, of course not. Why would you go right to the bad guy's house?
I know, because he'd be expecting it by then.
Exactly.
But not now when he
No.
was called away.
Exactly.
It just sounds like I was trying to justify Alklin's plan.
It's okay.
But we get there, and Zach is determined. There's a plan to save Violet finally.
Yep.
And he immediately sees the palace and says,
like,
fuck
"No."
the plan.
The Doom music kicked in. Actually, it's not even the Doom music. It is Princes of the Universe kicked in.
And
Queen. He drew his sword while wearing the wonderful trench coat. He's like, no, I will do this. And Alkaline's like, hold on, cowboy.
so let me get this right. Zach, whole point is to free Violet. Alkaline has a plan, but once he sees the palace, he decides, fuck the plan, I'll get her now.
Yeah,
Zach logic.
absolutely.
Also, Zach seems to feel really bad about Violet's situation, what he said to her,
Oh, yeah.
but he's barely mentioned her this entire time.
Well, I mean, and he just drooled over like 3 different girls in
Yep.
the last chapter.
Yep. So,
Yep.
is he really feeling bad?
He feels bad about not feeling bad, which caused him to feel bad.
Well, is it because she was out of sight, out of mind? Now that
Yeah.
they're actually in this location, he's like, oh no, yeah, Violet. Oh, we haven't gotten her. Fuck the plan, I'm gonna go get her now.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah,
Got it.
He's a 14-year-old boy. He forgets things while doing them.
Then, so we get to a.
He doesn't remember his mom right now at all.
I know.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Exactly. Zach doesn't really care about what his mom, if she misses him or not, really. But they get to the hotel, inn, wherever they stay. Instead of suites this time, they get small room.
I enjoy the quick between Ryan and Alkline regarding that.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan, is this our room? Because he sees 2 beds and a couch. That is all that's in there. And he's like, what the hell is this? Alkline, no, this is our room. Oh, you son of a bitch. You'll be sleeping in here too? I hope you don't snore.
apparently Ryan got spoiled by having his suite.
Come on, just one night in the suite.
One night.
He was like, "Oh, I can never go backwards again. I need more.
I need
I've
multiple
experienced
rooms.
luxury.
I need more rooms that I'm never gonna use in this night.
No, not at all. But I need them tonight." And now Glenn's like, "Dude, we're not even staying here all night.
Yeah.
Come on,
You need to
this
get
is a
rest.
cover."
You need to get rest, and then we're gonna get you up at 10:30. Which suddenly I'm starting to tell you times now.
Yes.
I've noticed. And they have watches. Where did
course.
the watches come from?
Hey, we didn't need to mention them
Until it was important.
They've always had them.
But now it's important to mention them.
Oh, of course.
Okay, sure. Yeah, absolutely. And the time magically just adjusts to the new world.
It didn't even need to.
Oh, okay.
It was already in time.
Sure. It's just a whole other world
Perfectly.
that just happens to be 24 hours as well.
Exactly the same.
Okay. Sure. That makes sense. Magic. But they go to sleep. Zach passes out like he's been doing this entire time every time goes because he's not used to doing anything apparently.
Yes.
And 10:30 is when Ackland's waking them up.
Yep.
He gets woken up by Ryan, shooken awake, only to learn it's 11:30.
Well, that's after getting dressed and
yeah.
everything, but it shouldn't take an hour to get ready.
Especially when shaking for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So
It should be 10:45. 10:50 to get everything on.
Well, no, 10 o'clock, like 11 o'clock, because, okay, you say, Zach, wake up. Zach, wake up. Okay.
Okay,
now
then
you're talking,
finally you're
Yeah.
but shaking him for 10 straight minutes,
and he's not waking up.
I'd be like, Alkaline, he's dead.
Yeah,
I think he died.
I think he's dead. But I can feel him breathing, but he's not waking up for some reason.
Yeah, something happened to him.
Yeah.
It's the cut. It's killing him.
Yes.
Alkaline, we need to save him.
It's an
Alkaline
unhealable.
slaps Zach across the face. He immediately wakes up.
It's an unhealable wound.
Yes, it refused. He's falling deeper and deeper into he will become a wraith because
that's
a
not how
wraith
you-
cut him.
That's not how you become a wraith.
No, okay. Well,
No. But yeah, so eventually they get up, and we find out Zach doesn't know the plan.
Alkaline has not shared the plan. What?
Only he.
That was a problem that I had.
And so here's one thing I know I wrote on here. Wait, Zach doesn't know Alcaline's plan. No wonder why he said "fuck the plan" earlier.
He didn't even know the plan.
Maybe Alkaline needs to stop holding these plans to his chest, or just admit he doesn't have a plan. He's just playing it as he
He's
goes.
just making it up.
Because why not tell the plan, but admit info needs to be confirmed, which he'll do while they rest, which is what we found out he did. Why not do that? It just makes sense. Okay, we're going to do this,
Yep.
but I got to confirm this.
Exactly. This is the plan. We'll be getting into the palace at night.
But if this doesn't confirm, then we'll do something else.
Yes.
What are we going to do? I don't know yet.
That plan B is going to be possible. We're calling it plan P for plan C for Carl.
No, we're calling
We're going to
it.
blow everything
No,
up.
that's plan C.
Yes, that's plan C.
No, that's plan D. Plan B is blonde. For blonde.
Blonde.
Yeah, Alcaline's luscious blonde
yeah,
locks.
he's just gonna-
so gorgeous.
He's going to be...
I need to get to your dungeon. I need to check your dungeon for something.
Yeah, he's going to walk right up to the front door and be like, hey, I need to get into your dungeon. And they're going to be like, we need to capture you and put you in the dungeon. That's what I'm asking. And they're like, but...
Okay.
Okay. You escort him down there. He opens the door for Zach and Ryan.
Yep. Oh, these guys, don't worry. They're not with me, but they're going to follow us.
Yeah, they're not with me, but they're with me.
Who? I just can't keep my eyes off you. You're just so beautiful.
I don't see anyone else. Ryan's like, I understand.
I understand. Zach's like, why not me? It's like, and Alcalin says, what? Shut up.
You are not worthy.
Oh no! Only your voice is you're so annoying right now and bitchy and whiny that you'll break the spell of my good looks.
Yeah, stop it. Ryan's just like, Zach, shut up. Just shut up for 5 minutes.
Stop complaining for 5 fucking minutes, please.
I mean, cool, you put in the tunnel. Yeah. Sliding doors.
But
Sliding stone doors.
Oh, we're not there yet. We're not there yet. First off, once they go over the plan, Adam, and we're told
Oh, yeah.
soldiers start roaming the streets at midnight, and if they catch you and they think you're up to no good, they may kill you, or worse, arrest you. But that starts at midnight. They're done talking about the plan at 11:30. And Zach wants to go, and I'm like, why? It's not midnight yet. And a 14-year-old boy has to go like, but wouldn't that be smart? We could get further without having to hide our actions.
Yeah. No.
Like, oh, yeah, good point.
But I do love the normally the sentence structure should be, you know, if soldiers catch you out there after midnight, they'll arrest you or worse, kill you. No, you put it the opposite way. They'll kill you or they'll arrest you. And you're like, why would being arrested be worse? And they're like, do you really want to know?
Maybe it's because if they arrest you, you might be part of Sphere's sick games.
Exactly. He hunts humans for sport.
Or his entertainment.
Which is hunting humans for sport.
No.
He watches you hunt other people.
Yeah, I was going to say, watching people hunt other people.
Yeah, that's his entertainment. His sport is hunting people.
No, he then hunts the winner of that.
Yes.
Because they're worthy of him hunting them.
Now I shall hunt you.
But he can read their minds, so he knows exactly what we're going to do.
Normally he just shows up right where they are and kills them immediately.
He's like,
they can't hide. He has cameras all over the place.
Because he can... Yeah, cameras. That's what he can do. He can't read minds. No, not at all.
No, not at all.
But yeah, then they go on the streets, and once midnight hits, they start taking back streets, side streets.
Yep. Totally
backtracking, but still moving towards the palace somehow.
Makes total sense.
And then they're out in the open, and Zach and Ryan both like, we're out in the open, we're gonna be caught. Only for Alcon like, oh yeah, I already checked. There's no one around here, except for the people behind that wall. But they're not gonna hear.
They can't see us.
They can't see us. They're not gonna hear us. But they're not gonna hear the sliding of
the scraping of sliding stone.
No, apparently not.
No, they're just like, see that one of the guys is using the back door again. They're like, yeah, probably Tommy. He showed up. He
forgot
late.
the keys again.
He forgot the keys. You know, you could knock on the door. Yeah, but he'd get yelled at by first sergeant.
Yeah, he's like
he doesn't want that again.
He's been told he has to. He'll have to go and clean Sphere's toiletries.
Yeah, he does not want to do that.
Because
we've been there. It's terrible.
He makes you use your tongue. Yeah, exactly. So they get in there, and there's more scraping as a door closes.
Well, of course.
Now, the most important thing is, this is the path that Alclin took with DeMarcus when he went to get the mark.
Yeah.
But apparently Alclin did not go in with him for some reason.
I know.
Or did he? And we're going to find that out in later chapters.
Probably.
Maybe he was supposed to escort him, and DeMarcus was determined to do the rest on his own. Who knows?
I like how it's a long tunnel.
It's an
obviously long tunnel. Because Zach was surprised by how long this tunnel was.
And then it splits off. When we know one goes to the courtyard and one goes into the dungeon.
One goes down and one goes up. Okay.
And that will come into play later on.
Good.
So they go to the dungeon. And once they're there, Alcon using Ariel again, which doesn't break everything else that happened beforehand, before that was revealed. How big it is. How many prisoners are all there. And how many guards.
Yep.
And we find out this is the only place they gotta go because Violet's a prisoner.
Right.
This seems a little too easy.
Well, I mean, for me, it's definitely a trap. But they don't find anything down there. Well, except for like one dude who's passed out hanging from his arms.
Oh, by the way,
Another old guy who's just passed out on his bed.
I do love how Alclin gives strict instructions to Zach.
Yeah.
You're gonna go to the left. Or to the right?
No, you're going to go to the left.
You're going to the left. You're
This
gonna
is
check
my left hand.
You're gonna check those ones. Even if you find Violet,
Go to the end.
go to the end of the last one. We'll come to you. Don't try to free her. My note was here. Yeah, sure. Zach's going to leave Violet.
Yeah, exactly.
Who was just about to blow up the plan for hours ago.
I know.
By just seeing the palace to go to the end so you could come out and help him.
He was going to go full Highlander on them.
He's going to try to break her out.
Of course he is.
And then we learn Violet's not in the dungeon. Dun dun dun. Shock.
it's just
Yeah, that did seem a little too easy.
they're going to get trapped in the dungeon. They're going to have to fight their way out.
Nope. I'll tell you that much. Oh, they're gonna have to fight. It's just not in the dungeon.
Oh,
But yeah, and that actually I do think that's a great reveal.
oh,
I think there could have been more looking around, more
probably.
obstacles to it. I do believe in future versions. I do have at least in Clock of Ages, there's a bunch children of the Sentinels that were taken. That's part of the big story of why Zach's being hunted. Originally, while Gamgee's been kidnapping people, children who've been sent to Earth from the Sentinels for security. He frees them. So that's part of it, saving them. But it's not just saving just Violet now, but it's also helping out the rest of the Sentinel children. All these things. So there's a little more engagement there. But yeah, right now it's just okay. You searched. Nope, not here.
okay. Where do we search next?
So, and we leave off there. So it's a good twist.
It's yeah.
But I do think probably where we're going to reveal where she is, who reveals it, might be a better cutoff point
Okay.
than just revealing that she's not there. Revealing where she is might be a better cutoff. That'll be in the next episode,
Yes.
so we'll determine that there. But it is where it is right now. It is okay, she's not here. We were based on this. But Alclan had to confirm some stuff. Why didn't he just confirm that if she was in the dungeon?
I don't know.
Did he just decide, she's a prisoner. She's clearly going to be in the dungeon.
Sentinels don't have a guy on the inside. That's all.
But yeah, he should know a way to find out.
Maybe.
But,
Just a little bit.
whatever.
But
But yeah, again, it's not a bad chapter, but again, there's still not much happening.
No. If this was part of the second half of the other the previous chapter, then yeah, totally.
But that's again getting into a long chapter for a YA novel.
It's true.
Maybe the next chapter, merging those two chapters would be it, which is another long
I
chapter.
don't know though.
But we won't know until then. But I mean, it's just more about having a better planning session, of going into more details of how we're going to do it. What's going to happen if we get discovered? How we're going to lose them? All that stuff. Going into great detail.
We go back to the tavern through the special door in the dungeon.
Yes. It's the one way. It can't go.
Alkaline knows the way back through.
Nope, it can't. It's one way.
Zach can reverse the portal.
Oh, okay.
He reverses the polarity.
So they can go. No, the one way is into the inn.
Yeah.
And not. So when prisoners break out, they just go through that.
Exactly.
Got it. Okay. But yeah, it's just there's no real challenge here. Things fall in a little too easy. They can have some close calls, but we don't actually experience those close calls.
Right.
And that's one of the things I do think I changed in later drafts is adding more. The journey to, is there some elements there I can't remember? Because again, I don't remember half the stuff that happened here, like with Genesis being at the mines, at the cavern, versus being in the dungeon.
Exactly.
Because because I have written this book so many times that I just
You don't remember anymore.
yes, I really don't remember
Too
them.
many stories piled on top of each other.
Too many versions of the same story piled on top.
Like, what was
So-
the details?
So, but okay, we're talking about it. So let's just get into how would you fix this chapter?
I'd add a little bit more tension to it.
Yeah,
Like,
it needs tension.
you can hear the boot falls coming around the corner, from just around the corner, as Zach, Ryan, and Alkaline slip into an alley.
The problem with this chapter is we are told the journey. We don't experience the journey.
Right.
Maybe another way to switch it up is instead of everything going to plan, they have to leave the inn early
Yeah.
because report not that it's them, but sentinels are in. So Alkaline has to get them out, and then he's thrown off because that's where they stayed before. And now he's got to find the path from there where they go to, so he can get back on the path, so he can maneuver it.
Yeah.
Because
Maybe.
to make it easier for him when it is soldiers roaming randomly, because they start at midnight, not sooner.
Because they'll kill you.
You.
Or worse, arrest you. Why is that worse?
We covered it.
They perform experiments.
No. You know why it's
Oh,
worse?
yeah.
You know why it's worse? Sphere makes you dress up.
Yeah.
He makes you dress up and have a tea party.
Oh, it's terrible. That's how the hunt always begins, with a tea party.
All those prisoners who are gonna have to hunt each other have the tea party. Then they get 5 minutes, which is really when Spear gets bored.
Yeah, of
the
course.
5 minutes have ended, and then they have to hunt each other. And it usually is like, go, I'm bored. 5 minutes is over. What?
Just starts murdering all of them.
They all just start murdering each other, and then like, I did it. Oh yeah, now you have to get out before I kill you. How much of a head start do I get?
Go.
Oh no, you don't get one.
He just
He's
looks
already
at him, gets real close, and he's like, run. He's like, what? Ah! And then just doesn't even get 3 feet away.
No, he's like, oh, it's already passed. It started 5 seconds ago. As he slides the knife in between his ribs. But
Why'd you stab me there? There's
on the right side, not the left side. The
really low and super close to the skin, though.
Yeah.
So it doesn't actually kill you.
No, it's just he's popping your lung.
He's just like, hey, here you go. Psst. And you're like, oh, now it's just harder to breathe.
But yeah, just more intention, more showing what's going on.
Yeah.
Which I can understand why I did more telling here, because it's my second novel.
Exactly.
I'm still not engaged with the story enough to really think through that.
You're trying to push the story forward.
And I'm writing this at a super fast pace at this point. Now I know I'm getting towards the climax
Of course.
and the end, so I'm not thinking through it. But I clearly knew that it needed more, because I rewrote this draft so many more times.
Yeah, it just needs a little more. Just a little more.
Yeah. So,
A little bit of oomph. Some more Highlander.
I was waiting for you to do that, because we didn't get any Highlander last episode.
No, and now you've gotten double the amount of Highlander in this one.
We got a little bit of Highlander in there one. But not but that was in the middle of battle, but no real swords.
Yeah, no.
But we got no Highlander this one.
No, he drew his sword in this one, though.
Yeah,
During the day, in the middle of a street, by looking at the palace, and he was like, shh, let's do this.
You're the one who said that, not actually in the story.
Yeah, totally did it.
Yeah.
No, it's in there.
Oh, he actually drew his
Yeah,
sword?
He drew his sword.
I don't remember that when I read that last night. Wow.
All right, let's go back to the second page of the chapter. The nervousness became rage, and I wanted to get Violet back now.
I know.
Alkaline handed off his reins to Ryan and ran and grabbed Zach by the shirt. Zach dropped his reins, turned, and drew his sword all at the same time.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
What are you doing? Said Alpine.
Okay, we get it.
I'm going to get Violet back.
But yeah, so
Yeah.
but if that's enough Highlander for you, I'm just gonna have
He just randomly draws his sword.
and you're good.
Yeah, that's all I
You're
need.
like, oh, there's a Highlander
I mean, because what else is he going to do? He's a 14-year-old boy.
who collects katanas, which makes him cool.
Damn right.
Not very smart, but
No.
cool.
Cool.
That's all that matters.
All he needs is cool.
Yeah, but no one in his middle school think that's cool. Apparently,
No, it hasn't been cool for a long time.
But yeah, that's what this chapter needs. It needs just more tension and more showing of events. Maybe showing some nerves from Zach
Yeah.
as they get closer to it. Worry about maybe if there's going to be action. Worry there's not a backup plan in case Violet's not in the dungeon.
Yeah. He just really needs any backup plan.
But if that's all.
That's it.
Okay, well, that was a great episode. We're now down to 4 chapters until we end this season of the Storytime podcast. Well, 4 chapters to read, and we got a follow-up episode, a wrap-up episode. But 4 chapters are left in the story, so
Yep.
we're getting there. We're closing in. What are your thoughts on the story so far? Are you enjoying it? If you are, comment down below. Just comment down your thoughts in general. How would you improve this chapter? And let us know down there. And you made it here, so we're assuming you enjoyed it. So why not go and smash that like button and do it as a prayer to the holy algorithm.
The holy algorithm.
And subscribe to Got Running content on this channel, which will be on screen now, which is best suited for you. But maybe you need a good laugh. So go check out Adam's Terrible Gameplay channel. Adam,
ZOP Gaming. We put the quotes around pro.
I think you forgot your tagline for a second.
Almost for a second there.
Yeah, like kind of like
I
oh yeah, the tagline.
tagline. Forgot that.
What was it? Oh yeah, here it is.
We got to hit that.
Check out his channel. There's a link on the screen as well. Pick something. We'll see you there. Thank you so much for watching, listening. Bye.